Good afternoon. INSiiGHTS presents the Claflin Athletic Show, sponsored by Tony T. Chrysler Dodge Ram, and I'm Mickey Clayton, the coach, and our special guest. Y'all don't know how special she really is. That's Shaniya Thomas, former
Right.
softball star. Welcome to the show.
Claflin softball. You see it.
Representing.
Just a little.
Oh,
Just trying to get out of the camera, but there we go.
There we go. Tell us a little bit about softball last year, because I heard you were a member of a outstanding record-setting softball team last year. Tell us about that.
Yeah. Last year was a crazy season, and I definitely mean crazy in a good way. Like, I think we blew each other's minds of like exactly like how much we can accomplish. Because like in the beginning of the season, like every year, like you're like, oh, okay, like season's back around, but you never really know like what really can happen during a season to like change your outlook on different things and your outlook on yourself. So we end up winning conference for our senior year. That was a big moment for everybody. I don't think I have that clip on my phone, but we rushed the field and we were so excited because this is something that we have been fighting for since freshman year. After that, we made it to the championship game, and after that, we went into our COVID years. So we didn't get to play for conference for 2 years. So that was our first year back at conference. Emotions were really high because we were really, really gunning for winning that championship and making that run back to get us a ring. We end up winning conference, big moment, and we get to move on to an even bigger moment, even bigger stage to play for regionals in Shippensburg, Pennsylvania. And that was insane. Like, I can't even think of the words to describe it. So we get there, and of course, we're the only black team, only team from an HBCU. Really, like, I would say, like the smallest school there, maybe. It wasn't as much of us on a team as it was of them. So I guess they had a one up on us as far as numbers, depth, having reliable sources. So we get up there and we get to go to our first game where everybody's being welcoming, and then we're being approached by the fans. So we're walking through the gate and everybody's like who are these girls? Like, where'd they come from? Obviously, we're gonna stick out because we're the only black team there, and they're thinking like, oh, whatever, like we'll run through them, get to the next team. So I think we lost our first game, and so I think that put us like everybody's mindset of us is like, oh, they're gonna be out first. We come back and now we're winning, and we're like, oh, like we deserve to be here. And then we win the next game, put a team out. They're like, who are these girls? So now we're changing the momentum and the outlook of us from, oh, who are these girls? Like, they're not even gonna matter to we have to take them seriously. Like, they're on the field, they're doing what they have to do, and they're here to win. They have to take us seriously. And it was a huge moment, and it put a huge smile on all of our faces knowing that we made an impact. We made the impact that we did, and that we made it from the losers bracket to teams who were numerically better than us, statistically, but our mindset and our heart kept us in that tournament. Definitely brought tears to my eyes, being that it was my last game ever, but it brought happy tears to me because I know that we made the statement that we were supposed to make, because now we're having these parents of the other color approaching us saying, where are y'all from? What is this school? How long have you been playing softball? How long have you been pitching? How long has this girl been hitting these bombs? How long? Like, now you want to know about us. Like, now we're on your radar. Like, and it made a big deal because not only did we earn their respect, we made them respect us. So that was a big thing for me because like being black in softball, just like being black in baseball, like it's not heard of. People automatically assume that you're inferior. You're not supposed to be in the sport. And to make an impact like that, make people look at us different, it really mattered to me a lot.
That was an outstanding achievement. Not only just winning the
It was.
CIAA, but going and winning a couple games.
I think if I remember correctly, I think I put it in a post. We were the first HBCU to ever win a regional game or to win like multiple regional games. It was huge. Definitely
Wow.
huge.
Did some of your family get a chance to go up and see y'all play?
Yes, my mom and my grandma actually they drove up there. I think it was about 7 hours from my house. And it really I was so happy to see them and have them there with me to celebrate such a huge moment and like a career-ending moment for me.
Where you from originally?
Jefferson, South Carolina.
Oh,
That
okay. Okay.
very small town, but I'm like 20 minutes from the state line of South Carolina and North Carolina. So I'm upstate.
So you had a proud Claflin moment and was able to understand the significance of your achievements.
Yes, and especially like from my even being like my stage of being recruited, like Claflin had made a presence, but to come in and be able to put my personal stamp on it, like with the girls who were on that team of like such a historical moment that made a huge difference for me from growing up to from a freshman not knowing what I'm getting myself into, just wanting to play softball to making a difference to other young girls, no matter like how big or small your school is. Young girls are watching you. Young girls want to be you. And to see you do such positive things, it matters to them and it impacts their life and their life choices of what they want to do.
How did that make you feel to be able to say that you were able to influence some younger players that were coming up?
It means the world to me because um being like I said, like as a young girl, like a lot of the travel ball teams I played with, big name teams, I was the only black girl there. And like you get at tournaments and you're seeing all of these other teams, and then you find maybe the one other black girl that might be there at the tournament, and you're like, hey, like how are you? Like making friends, finding out their information, all that good stuff. And it's like now seeing like how travel ball has changed, how many black girls are in it, how many black girls are on high school softball teams. Like the game is evolving and is evolving in a positive way, involving more people, not just staying the same every year. You're seeing all these girls like, I can do this. Like she's like Odyssey Alexander. She made a huge impact on black girls in softball. Everybody wanted to be a pitcher. Everybody wanted to be her. Everybody was rooting for her in the Women's College World Series. I'm seeing her story. She's coming from the same thing I come from, just untrained, working in her backyard. And look how big that she blew up. And I thought that was amazing.
Just like Shaniya.
Just like me.
That's like
Not as big, but still being on the stage.
What else about Claflin has touched your heart?
I would say definitely how family oriented they are. I came from a small high school, so it was important that I went to a college or a university institution, however you want to say that. It was very important to me that I went somewhere where I could be appreciated, where I was more than a number, more than a tuition check. So being able to go on my tour and meet everybody, and everybody's like, oh, hey, like so and so's told me all about you, that you were coming today. Like everybody knew my name before I even walked in the room. And I was like, wow, like these people, like they take the time to care. And especially with the athletic department, they take the time to care who you are. They want to know what your grades are, especially. They're always going to push you and challenge you outside your comfort zone. And I feel like that molded me into the young lady that I am today, being so outgoing, because that was definitely not me. This
What?
was not me. Like speaking in front of people, going out for things, that was not me. And I feel like I grew and grew and grew in Claflin because I had like a strong support system, people I could, if I was having a bad day, like I could come sit and talk to you. And like I don't feel like I'm imposing. And they were actually taking the time to want me to be better, advising me on things that I could do to make myself better, put myself in better positions. So that is one thing I definitely loved about Claflin, was having such a close knit relationship with my professors, with my coaches, the athletic staff, who I still talk to today. I still talk to my professors today. I don't think I could have gotten that education or that love from another school.
Well, it seems like that you grew up a lot, but it's still hard to imagine you being shy. I just can't picture that.
That's actually my nickname, Shy. My aunt called me that, and I don't know if like she just knew I was gonna be a shy girl, but she called me that all growing up. So when I got to Claflin, that's just kind of what I stuck with, everybody to call me. So yeah.
Wow, that's all right there. What? Tell me. This is the homecoming show. Tell me the difference for you being an alum at homecoming from when you were a student at homecoming.
I would say definitely the difference. I was very, very upset having to work all week and miss all the day events, Miss and Mr. Fried Chicken Wednesday. That whole thing. I got to see it through the athletic department. Actually, they went live when they had everything on campus. And I missed the concert. I missed all the good campus activities, but I did get to make the tailgate in the basketball game on Saturday, and there were such good vibes out there. Everybody came back. It was so good to see like all of the kids from my class and everybody from like classes before me, all of my friends out there, old teammates, old athletes that were here when I was here, volleyball players, basketball players. Um, it was good to see some old coaches and some old professors actually. So it was wonderful just being able to see everybody once again. We've lost so many classmates over the years. So I think everybody was just really, really happy to see everybody, being that we've had a reality check of just how short life is.
Any of your lost classmates you want to give a shout out to?
Um,
Memory.
Definitely. Her name was Miranda Dantzler. She was in the class with me. My LSs actually were really close friends with her, but I got to meet her a couple of times, and she's a very sweet girl. She was killed in a car wreck. I want to say in Savannah. A police officer charged across the road and hit her, her mother, and her sister, and killed them all.
Oh,
Yeah.
how long ago was that?
I want to say about a year ago. We also just lost. He was a Kappa here. I think he graduated my freshman or sophomore year. William Fairfax. He died. He was found dead in his apartment in Washington D.C.
Wow.
One of the nicest guys I've ever met.
Being a Kappa, I would understand that.
Yeah.
But special prayers to those who passed on, and really great for you to remember them and for y'all to remember them. Now, changing the tone just a little bit. I need you to go back and explain a little bit of something you said about Mr. and Mrs. Fried Chicken.
Fried Chicken Wednesday. Okay, so every Wednesday, I'm pretty sure it's an HBCU thing, but every Wednesday you put on your best outfit, come in with, head to toe, killing it, killing everybody. So they serve fried chicken, mac and cheese, collard greens, cornbread, all the good stuff. And everybody gets dressed up to go to the calf. And during homecoming, they have Mr. and Mrs. Fried Chicken Wednesday. So whoever chooses to participate, they have a table with judges, and you walk the runway back and forth during the calf with your outfit on, and then they vote. Whoever gets best outfit is Mr. and Mrs. Fried Chicken Wednesday.
Wow. Is that something during homecoming week that people try to make sure they attend?
Yes. Yes, it's a huge thing. The state and our cheerleaders had a cheer off in the it's called the Paul, but it's like the outside of calf where everybody like gathers and eats outside. But they did their thing. They had the dorm stroll off and the step show, which everybody loves.
Wow.
It
Wow.
was it was really fun. I hated I had to miss those events this year.
When you were a student, what was something that you always did or something you always attended for homecoming?
For homecoming, definitely the tailgate, but I think that's for everybody. So I'm gonna go with the concert.
Hmm.
Yes. The concert everybody goes to is always a huge thing, which is greatly appreciated from Claflin that student tickets are usually free. Wasn't sure about this year, but student tickets are usually free. And I love that because, I mean, we're all struggling and we all want the opportunity to go to every event on campus. And that makes it accessible to everyone.
So the concert is usually which night? Friday night or Saturday night?
They had it Thursday this year. Um, Not really sure in the past years. I think it was a Thursday my senior year.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure.
What do
But
you
it's
think?
always usually somebody good.
It's always somebody good. So
Yeah.
where is it, in the gym?
In the gym, yes, sir.
And it's a packed house in there?
Packed. Well, it was always packed my years. I don't know about this year. But
Does
yeah,
everybody go or
everybody
just
loves the concert.
everybody go to the concert? Okay, okay. Well, what event did you miss the most as an alumni that you weren't able to go to? Was it the fried chicken
Mhm.
or
I think definitely Fried Chicken Wednesday.
that you missed
Definitely
again
Fried
because
Chicken
of that?
Wednesday. The everything out there is just wonderful. They get to play music out there, everybody's dancing, everybody's having a good time, eating good food, socializing with their friends, and it's always really fun just to take a break from schoolwork and just enjoy each other.
What is it like with the instructors? Do they give you
Um,
Friday afternoon off,
I
or
was a science major, so canceling class was a no-no. So you just had to pray that your schedule let you go. But for the most part, I think teachers they were graceful with allowing students to participate in activities.
okay? Tell us a little bit about you majoring in science, about your science major and what you're doing and what you plan to do with that degree.
Okay. So I majored in biology with a minor in chemistry. It was a humbling experience, I would say. Going in like I was very interested in science. I was a very curious kid, so I knew that that was something that I wanted to do. I went in thinking I had a handle on everything, and it was a reality check my first couple of weeks, adjusting to how college assignments work, what they expect of you. And I really appreciated it because I kind of feel like in high school, like I didn't get everything I needed. I guess going in it now I'm seeing all of this stuff I have to know, all of what they already expected me to know. And I truly enjoyed it. Being able to adjust my study habits to new study habits that work for me. It helped me learn a lot about myself, how I learn and how what I like to do best of that helps me remember things more. Um, but yeah, I loved every minute of it. Our science department is the bomb. The professors are amazing. They really work with you one on one, and they don't mind. Like their first thought is always like, "Come see me in my office. Like, let's talk about this." And that's what I enjoy about going to a small school. Like I could have those moments with my professors, and I knew I had somebody that had my back, somebody that knew who I was, and knew me personally. But it was definitely I think more challenging my junior and senior year. We started working on our research and stuff, and that was new to me, learning that whole process and stuff. But like I said, with the help of my professors, they helped me get through it and get through it with my high. head on my shoulders, I'll say, because it's a very stressful process. I think mine ended up being like 27 pages, but yeah, it was amazing, and I don't think I could have majored in anything else. It's definitely the hardest major at Claflin. They always tell you that. They're like, look at the person to your left and to your right that probably won't be there next year. And they weren't wrong, but my class was actually the most they've ever had major in biology and stay in biology. And that was like a adjustment moment for them because they're so used to like smaller classes, like they had to spread professors and stuff around to accommodate our big numbers, but everything went great and I wouldn't change my experience for the world. I loved being a biology major. I loved my classes. Every single one of them were amazing, especially biotechnology with Dr. Harris. But yes, I loved Claflin and I definitely loved being a biology major.
Well, you said something that really struck me a little bit, and that's how quick you matured in terms of adjusting your study habits, finding what was the most effective way for you to learn while you
Yes.
were in college. A lot of times, it takes people a year and a half to realize that they needed to make some changes. What propelled you that you knew it was something you needed to do?
Um I was a good memorizer in high school, I would say. Like it never took me long to like get the hang of something, and then once I felt like I knew it, like I just put it up and I could like seeing a question on a test, like I remember that in my notes. And I learned that that's different. Like just because we take notes in class, we have a book too. You got to read your book. So I was having to go back and forth. Like I met with one of my teachers. She was like, "You got to read the chapter." She was like, "You're just taking your notes, and it's just maybe 5 points out hit on the test from your notes, and you got to read your book." So that struck me to go and like make note cards, make flashcards. Actively studying in the library. They have expo boards that you can write on and study groups and stuff. So me and my teammates, we would go in there. Definitely study hall for athletes. As a freshman, you're required to do it. I think after your freshman year, you don't have to unless you have a 2.8 or 2.7 and below, something around there. But that definitely helped me to I would say getting like my schedule together, how I operate and doing my assignments, working on my time management. But my mom has always made academics like a huge part of my life. Even though she knew like how much I love softball or how good I was at softball, she was like, she always said, I don't care what you do on that field. If those grades are not right, you'll never see it again. So I never played with her about that. So grades have always been a top priority in my household. So working on that, like it was just like second nature. Like, okay, I have to get myself together because letting my grades slip is a non-factor.
Your mom told you that, and you knew she meant it, huh?
Oh, she meant it. In high school and travel ball, even in rec ball, like if my grades weren't right at school, I could not play. And that never happened to me because I don't know. I didn't play about my grades.
Yeah, were you able to find employment in your major?
I am. I'm currently employed at Orangeburg Preparatory School, where I teach chemistry, physics, and algebra one.
Did you want to be a teacher?
I did not want to be a teacher, but I love being a teacher. I love my kids and they love me. I'm in a predominantly white school, and I would say there are about 10 or 15 black kids there. So it really means a lot to me in my heart to show up every day and be my best, specifically because representation is not there. Those kids have made it obviously obvious to me that how much they appreciate my being there. I've had parents come to me and tell me how much they appreciate me being there, being that their kids can see someone that looks like them doing well and someone that they could use as a resource for help or advice.
Wow, that's outstanding. They
Yeah,
haven't grabbed you yet to do some coaching?
they have actually. Before I even showed up, yes, I will be assistant coaching the softball team in this winter, the fall. We'll
And how do
start
you
up
feel
in
about that? It just
we'll
seems
start
like
up in
you have
January.
just seems like your life is kind of taking a life of its own down a path that you didn't project, but it seems like
Right.
you're happy with it.
I really am. I couldn't think of anything more that I want to do. I've done pitching lessons with the girls, and that's really something I take to heart, being that for a long time I didn't have that person for me. I was self-taught for a long time until I found somebody that could work for me. And so being able to be there for those girls and the happiness that they get in their eyes when they pitch right, or if they hit the speed that they were looking for, is just is so satisfying to me to be to know that I'm helping like the next generation get to where they want to be.
You just seem just really happy with where you are in life. Is this
I
5
am.
years from now, will you still be at Orangeburg Prep?
I don't know.
Okay.
I actually, prior to accepting that job, I was accepted into nursing school. And when I made the decision, it was like 2 weeks before the application was due. And I was like, you know what? Like, this is really fast and really rushed. I was like, let me take some time to figure out what it is that I really want to do. And I think that that was more beneficial than me just taking off into a career I wasn't sure about and wasting those years of my life being if it came to find out that I didn't like it. And I think it opened my eyes to a different career path that I would be interested in taking.
Your outgoing personality seems to be something that the students would really love. And you just really seem very happy to be where you are at this stage of your life.
I am. I
And
think I think God knew what he was doing when he was just like, "Hey, like slow down and think about it. Like you don't have to be at this point in life today. Like take your time and figure it out." And I that was a real eye opener for me because like I was like, "Oh, by this age I want this, by this age I want this, by this age I want to be here." And I think I was taking myself entirely too fast, not giving myself a chance to take a breath and find out what it is that I really wanted.
wow, that's really good that you have such a self-awareness about you and the fact that God pointed you in that direction and you were listening and paying attention to what he said to you. Not everybody hears what he
Right.
says.
Or not everybody wants the to hear no, I guess. And
Mhm.
I won't say really a no, but like the reality check, like of knowing like this might not be for you. This might be what you want, but it might not be for you. And having to adjust and make that change. But I think it was what was best for me. And I'm really glad that I took the time to not go.
In closing, what would you like people to know about Claflin homecoming and about Claflin?
One thing I would like for them to know about Claflin that you will always be taken care of. Whether it's academics, you need mental health help, you need a friend, you need tutoring. Like there's literally nowhere on like everywhere on campus there's a resource for something you need. We have counselors on campus. Tutors are everywhere, even if they're not an actual tutor. People in your class are like everybody's friendly enough. Like you could be like, never known this person and be like, "Hey, do you know how to do this?" And now y'all are best friends because y'all went to study in the library for 10 minutes and now you're getting to know this person and you got the help that you were looking for. So I would say definitely the resources of Claflin. Like you're always going to have a friend, whether it's your professor or another student in your class. You're going to have help. Nobody's going to let you fail. Everybody's going to make sure that you know what you're doing and that you're getting the study tools and the study help that you need. One thing I would like them to know about Claflin Homecoming is that you're definitely going to have a good time. Everybody's out there smiling. Everybody's out there having a good time. There's good food. Everybody's got their outfits on. Everybody's super happy to be there. Even if you don't know a person, they're going to hug you. And I think that that's the best thing in the world, just being able to be around people and be yourself.
Wow, you're a great ambassador for Claflin University.
Thank you.
And your energy is infectious, and your love for your university comes across clear, loud and clear.
I tell people all the time, like, regardless of whatever would have happened, I can't see myself going anywhere else but Claflin, and I'm glad I did.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it from Shaniya Thomas, softball superstar, record-setting softball player, high academic student, conscientious about helping people. She's a Claflin University alum now, and she's told you about Claflin Homecoming 2022.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Shaniya, for
Thank you for having me. I'm really happy to be here.
Thank you very much. And
Thank
stay
you.
tuned for Claflin Athletic Show, Tuesdays on Roku and Wednesday on INSiiGHTS YouTube. We appreciate you. So long, everybody.
Bye.